Can you explain the difference between why creationists and scientists are having such a battle amongst each other?
Yes. Overall, we look at scientists, look at matter. You know, and people who are creationists, I know more detail, but they believe in experiences. So I'm just doing little research. Steve Hawkins is a scientist. He believes in quantum physics, and he says ultimately matter is everything. That's just thing. So I was teaching and somebody told me, and I think I will do more research. So scientist DiMaggio, he believes matter and energy cannot be separated. And that is what Buddha brought out the concept. And then from Max Planck's Institute, Robert, someone I put down the name and I'm putting in the book, he says, consciousness is the creation of everything. So supreme mind is the cause of everything. And that sits in with Vedanta philosophy. So I'm putting this together. So scientists just look at matter and don't look for the cause. So somebody I was talking to, he says that Steve Hawking is atheist. But look from this standpoint, from my standpoint, atheist or theist, it doesn't matter. Matter created everything. There is intelligence somewhere behind that. You have to admit there is intelligence. Intelligence that creates our body. Intelligence that knows where to put the eyes. How to take care of the baby in mother's womb. Intelligence that knows how to grow the plant. Look at intelligence everywhere. That intelligence is called God. Okay. Look from other standpoint. Somebody says, I believe in God. Somebody says, I don't believe in God. They are arguing about. So somebody goes and asks, who is believing in God? I. Who is not believing in God? I. So the I that is believing in God is God, and I that doesn't believe in God is God. So this is what Vedanta says, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. So all this means is God is nothing but our existence. Because when we don't exist, world doesn't exist. When we are in deep sleep, world disappears. When we are unconscious, world disappears. So really world exists because of that consciousness. And that consciousness within us is not other than supreme consciousness. And that is what I meant by zero is infinity. Buddha emphasized zero or nothingness. And Vedanta emphasizes infinity, means everythingness. So the world is in between. Zero and infinity are same because you cannot add, subtract, multiply or divide. You see, there is, to understand that, there is only one space. How many spaces are there? You can make different buildings and call different name for the building. You call the air in the pot, different thing, but there is only one space. So there is one consciousness. And one without a second, there is nothing to compare. And there is nothing to compare, could be zero, could be infinity. So the quarrel comes. Some are hanging on, matter is everything. That is science. Others are looking from other standpoint, and both are looking from only part of it instead of total picture. So quantum physics brings out clearly, Vedanta philosophy brings out clearly, the essence of it is supreme consciousness. They call field, unified field. They called Max Planck field, and there are used different string theory, all this saying one thing, there is only supreme consciousness that existed before Big Bang, and after everything dissolves, it still exists, which is identical to Brahman. Then everything happening in between is nothing but play of energy. Names and forms are energy. So what is the difference between gaseous matter, liquid matter and solid matter? Is only electrons and structure at different density vibrating at different frequency. And this is what gives different color, different size, different strength, different solidity. In reality, it's all illusion. This is according to quantum physics. And Vedanta philosophy is name and forms are illusion. It is illusion to believe that I am separate from you. I am separate from insect. But there is no separation. Just like air that fills up all containers, supreme consciousness reflects in all living creatures.
Is supreme consciousness not only on the earth but everywhere?
Everywhere, just beyond. So it's nothing. See, our earth is a small part.
How do we know it's there?
So this is only way we know is when we dissolve ourselves. So two ways of knowing it. All other thing is intellectual game. To be nothing and you experience, to be everything you experience.
As the observer, you mean? In other words,
Not even observer, you become it.
okay.
Observer is a distance, subject and object, but just being it. And all the great masters who experience that, they try to verbalize it. When you verbalize it, you cannot verbalize it, gets misunderstood.
Right, right.
So verbalization only gives you direction. So this is why the quarrel. All the mystics are misunderstood. You know, just their words are only limited. All they can provide is the direction. This is what I did, this is what you follow. So that is the only way we can know. So means this reality can be known when there is no mind. Because mind produces time and space. Something which is beyond time and space cannot be known by limited mind. Okay, so this. So I'm not going into why they get, but they are limited views. So from holistic standpoint, both are looking at fractional aspect of total being.